hearing that information, I started thinking about my past. So my grandfather, when I was 3 years old, he used to walk downtown and come back every day with a Hershey bar for me. And I just loved him so much, and I felt so good, and I just felt so loved by him. He was the most caring, loving person when I was a child, and then he died, and that was gone. And then all that was left was the Hershey bar.
All that was left was the Hershey bar. That's fascinating.
You know, and I guess I've been searching for that.
It's a gorgeous way to put it. Gorgeous way to put it. Someone in the talk the other day, in the food talk, said, part of their question, can you address when the memory is gone, but the food remains? And what you just said about all that was left was the Hershey bar, that's the most important piece for people to hear. It's like you had this love with him that was overcoupled or associated with the Hershey bar. And then when his love was gone, the Hershey bar was your way of invoking that sensation. So if you feel alone, you feel sad, you feel unloved, you grieve, whatever it is, your body gets propelled toward the Hershey bar because it has learned historically, when I'm eating one, I feel loved. So that's why you don't want to demonize that. You don't want to say that's bad or wrong or unhealthy, because what's the it we're talking about? To feel loved, to be held, to feel protected and safe. So it turns into, once you know the roots of the food craving, then you can go into, how do I connect and meet that place with my own love? Where else do I find nourishment? Where else do I find being held? So what we're doing is I'm helping people increase their options to get these needs met, instead of only having one way to meet the need through the food. That's what creates food addiction and compulsion.
I find a lot of solace in journaling.
That's right.
In spending time with friends, in napping.
Yeah.
Know, like kind of doing self-care that I never considered before.
Yes.
And instead of my first response going to the fridge, maybe I'm going to take a walk.
That's right. So even when you said that, my first response going to the fridge, when we're talking about cravings and food addiction or food compulsion or binging, any of these things, we're talking about the first and only response for most people is just going to the fridge. That's the only thing they can fathom for security.
Sure.
So that's why I never say to someone, don't eat chocolate, don't drink coffee, don't eat potato chips. That's me, through the trauma language, that's me saying, don't find the only safety you know. That's not gonna work, that's insane. So people go on these crash diets, or they work with someone and they get a protocol, and it lasts for 3 weeks, maybe 3 months. But then that thing comes up where they're looking for safety, and they go to what they've found for decades. So it's about in adding in addition, what else creates safety.
Okay.
So the Hershey bar, yoga, sitting in the grass, calling a friend, a massage, dancing. Then there's 6 things that feel that way. Now I have options. And sometimes the best option is the Hershey bar.
Right.
But we want to have all the options,
Right.
rather than the Hershey bar is met from a place of urgency, because it's the only thing I have. That panic and urgency behind eating it, that's the problem with eating it's not the Hershey bar, it's the urgency and panic.
Getting up early, journaling, exercising, going outside. Like I've tried to put those basically 3 things every morning. I try to do those. Do you think that adds to our strength, our ability to cope with things that may come up during the day?
It does, because when your body has, especially the way you're saying it, you're almost saying in preparation, right?
Yeah.
To prepare your body each day,
Yeah,
your
get
nervous
stronger.
system. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your body creates, I call it a flexibility, because you're doing these different things. And so your nervous system might be like this when you wake up, then you do the thing and it does this. This up and down all throughout the day. That's what creates what we call resilience. Like if resilience isn't about I'm just strong because I went through something. Resilience means I go up and I go down with grace. So we want activation and we want regulation. We don't want to live in either or. We're kind of obsessed with this regulation idea right now, but that's being dead. Like we don't want to be completely flatlined.
Cut off, right.
Yeah,
We want to feel.
We need to feel, and activation and feeling are interlaced. Good feelings, unpleasant feelings, any feeling is activation. Being able to look at you and take in your words, I'm getting activated. I have to. But activation leads to dysregulation, and then dissociation, numbness, all these things, eating, when we don't have that back and forth. So those things you do are creating that back and forth in your body. So then when stress happens, your body already was practicing going up and down throughout the day.
Okay.
So it knows when it
kind
goes
of
up and
take
comes
it in
back.
and ride the wave.
That's right.
Wow, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
So we have more power than we thought.
So much more power, and it's so accessible. You're not talking about
Wow.
these huge, expensive things. They're simple daily practices, 10 minutes, 20 minutes at a time. That's all it really takes.
Oh my gosh, well thank you.
Yeah.
From myself to yourself, thank you for joining me on this journey.